Hey YouTubers, it's the Electron Man. How's it going today? Well, we're going to do a little assembly video today. I got a little 3-shelf bookcase that I'm going to put together for you guys, box opening and assembly. Might help you a few. I'll kind of go through how I put these things together. This one's made from Furinno, I believe is the name of the company. I picked it off of Amazon. When I put these together, a couple things I always have with me is I always use some Gorilla Glue or some good wood glue or white glue, and I always have my handy little Black & Decker cordless screwdriver. I don't know if you guys have one of these, but man, this thing's worth its weight in gold. In fact, it's got a little light on the end of it, but I do a lot of electronic repair, and I actually use it for take screws off and assemblies, etc. But that's a handy little tool to have. I'll put a little link down there if you're interested in one. They definitely come in handy, and if you actually follow the link and help me out a little bit on Amazon, I'm an affiliate out there on that. But anyway, let me go ahead and get this open here, and let's see what we got. They're usually all pretty much the same from one company to the other. I mean, I know it's going to be particle board. I picked this one up at a good price. It was like $20-something. It's a smaller one. I think it's basically 3 foot tall by a foot wide by like 10 inches deep, which is perfect for where I'm wanting to put it. Over here beside my workbench. Let me put this out of the box here. Looks like there's a hardware. Well, that's always a good sign. Not a whole lot of hardware means not real hard to put together, right? Okay. Well, obviously they are marked. We got some B's, which I'm guessing are shells. And what are these marked? These are B's. I got 4 B's. And I'm sure that's the back of it there. Hope I get this centered good enough. Okay. Not too much to a box opening there. One thing I'm not seeing is any instructions. That wouldn't be cool. Is it stuck somewhere here? Well, so far, no instructions, huh? Go back, look in the box. Hello? Yeah, I think I see it down here, but it don't want to come out. Okay. Which, probably silly thinking I need instructions for this, but I tell you what I've learned, especially these things, following instructions, man, it's a nightmare to go back and take it apart 3 times because you got a part on backwards. I want out of there, instructions, jeez. Man, not a lot of instructions, but it has them. Okay. Yeah, let's see what we got going on here. Yeah, Furinno 3-tier open bookcase. And it says approximate 30 minutes to put together. And here's our layout. The sides are A's and the B is all the shells. So, wow, this is going to be simple. Go ahead and cut the package open here. So, looks like we got some nails for the back. Put the back on, which by the way, you always want to put that back on it. It gives major support to these little bookshelves. You wouldn't think it's kind of cardboard, but I promise you it quadruples the strength of it once you get that back on it. But well, that's cool. It's basically one size screw, so just gonna be making sure I get the painted pieces in the right direction. Okay, let's see. Well, this is painted all the way around. Doesn't look like there's an A or B side to it. So, by the way, yeah, you want to, if you can, kind of do like I did, get a nice flat work area to put it together. Doesn't appear to be any A or B, so I mean, or one side or the other. Okay, definitely. If you look at this, it's got one side that's painted and one's not. Obviously, you're going to want the front of the shelf to have the painted one. So it's just going to go in like So, yeah, this is going to be simple. So, we'll get my handy dandy little quarter screwdriver out here. I'm taking up too much area here. And what I'll do, kind of wish it wasn't painted surface here. It's not going to do as much good on my glue, but I will put a little bit of glue on there. Never hurts to add a little bit. So I'll just put a little thin coat on my mating surfaces. I promise you, in the long run, this definitely makes a difference. It'll rigid it up a bunch. Gotta make sure I have this side here. Right over here, hopefully you can see me putting it together. Line these two up. First one's gonna be the hardest. I should say the first screw, just because it makes it a little awkward with two hands. I'd say don't over tighten them, just get them snug. There's the first screw. It's got pre-drilled, pre-tapped holes there too, so that kind of helps too. And then put our second screw in here. One side. Then we'll go ahead and do the bottom the same way. Again, make sure you got the painted edge. This is going to be the front of it right here, so I want that painted edge to face forward. Put a slight little run of glue on there. Any extra I can wipe off if I can get too much, but I just put a light coat on there. Then we'll lay the bottom in here the same way. The screws, line it up. Sure I got the hole lined up right. There we go. And then we just screw her in there. And then do the next one. But you kind of move it around a little bit. If it doesn't line up, make sure you're in the pilot hole. Okay, and as you can see now, hopefully you can, I've kind of built myself a little C here. With this one, I think I'm going to go ahead and, I'm not sure which way the instructions say to do it. Yeah, I think I'll put all three of these on here, or four, I guess it would be. Again, make sure you got the front side facing towards the front of the shelf, which is neat enough that all the bees line up and are up right side up doing that. Put a little Gorilla Glue on here. It's a little light coat. Get another one of these screws. Take it right here. Line it up with the pilot hole. Yeah, screw. You see what I mean about this drill though, or this quarter screwdriver? Man, it makes this kind of work so much easier. Instead of giving your wrist a workout, it'll just preaching about lining the pilot holes up. There we go. I don't know why that one was being so stubborn about lining up. Okay, we got one more of those to go. And again, I'll go through the same process. Light coat of Gorilla Glue. And one of the screws. Set her down there. Get the screw started in the pilot hole. Draw it in. Take another screw. Then line that in the pilot hole. Tighten her down. Now we have it all built. Other than what I'm going to do. Well, I don't have it all built, but see, now I've got it laid out this way. Now what I'll do is I'll take and lay a little bead, just a light bead. Don't need a lot of over around here, and This is just kind of add a little strength to it, a little rigid to it, make it a little more rigid. Okay. There we go. Then we just need to take the other side. It says A. And this one should be real simple. Just basically lay it over the top. Line up my pellet hole here on the bottom one first. I'll just put these finger tight until I get them all in so I don't. Since it's got those pilot holes. Get them all in the pilot holes. And there you go. Now we have a solid bookshelf. Now all we got left to do, which we know this is the front because it's all painted. So flip it over on its back, and all we got left to do is put the back in. Oops, I see a little bit of residual glue there. Let me get a rag here. Nice thing is right now is the time you want to wipe that up. As you can see, I'm just wiping any excess off. There we go. I promise you'll be surprised how much more rigid that'll make it in the long run once that dries good and solid. And then all we got is the back, which obviously you want to put the painted side down so that it shows up whenever you're in the deal, and then lines up nice. You know what, I think I'm going to try my new cordless power stapler on this. It's got these little bitty nails, but I've been through that before. Where'd they go? But anyway, it's got these little nails, and man, they're so little in my fat fingers it's hard to do them. Let me try a stapler. I am going to go ahead and lay a little glue down here just for, again, a little extra strength. Try to put it on really light, being this is the back. I'll kind of rub it in there a little bit so it doesn't. There we go. There we go. Now we just lay her back down there. I want to kind of center it, not move it around. I got that glue on there. Yeah, we got her nice and squared. That's all you want to do is make sure you get her nice and squared on there, which it's a nice cut, so that's not a problem. Let's try one of my new cordless staples and see if it actually will do this job. It's pretty heavy. I've got to turn it on first. Yeah, let's see here. Just lay one down here. Oh yeah, loving it. I got a review on this too, man. This is a handy guy, and it just drove into that. Drove this back piece of wood right down into the shelf. This is going to be so much nicer than trying to put those little nails in. Go ahead and get this back. And we'll do the same on the other side. And then run some around the top here. What do you think, about 3 of them? the top, 3 along the bottom. Look at that. Wow, handy item. And I mean, it totally drove them in there. Actually better than a nail, because those little nails would have just been one with these staples. I'm doubling it. They're 2 nails per deal. Anyway, notice it smudged a little bit of glue there at the bottom. Wipe that off. And ta-da! We got one built shelf. Take a look at that. Like I said, this is a little bit littler one, but it's perfect for, it's 12 inches wide, and I got a 13-inch width area that I want to put it in. So it's going to hold some of my electronic repair stuff. But there's one completed. There's actually they provided some little stickers here that if you want to hide the screw holes, which I might as well put them on. It does give it a little more finished look. Not necessary really for this is going to be a shop shelf, but hey, it came with them. But you just, as you can see, you just center them up and put them over the screws so that the screws don't show up. Like so. Like so. I wonder if they'll stay on. Depends on the adhesive, I guess, but it came with them. You might as well put them on. But there you go. It does give it a little more finished look. Well, I'll go ahead and finish up the other side, and then I'll give you a quick view of what it looks like where I'm putting it. Okay, and there's my shelf done. As you can see, it adds a nice little shelf in the area that I needed to fill in, and it was just perfect for size. But it seems to be a pretty sturdy little table. That piece of wood's warped there. It's actually straight there, but anyway, there you go. It's a good little look at it. You see my workbench before, but see what I mean? That gives me extra storage to the side there, and it's going to be kind of a blank space. But anyway, hope you enjoyed this video. Have a great day. This is Electron Man. Please like and subscribe and help me build my channel.